skinny fat to lean muscular in 4 months. That's what I did, and I've documented the whole journey on my YouTube and on my Instagram. If you go on my Instagram, you can see the My Story highlight where I talk about my whole fitness journey, every step of the way, what I looked like, how much I weighed, how weak I was, how I felt, how much I hated that I looked, like how sad I was, how disappointed in myself I was. You could literally just see it in my face full of acne. I just hated how I looked. I looked at myself in the mirror with just so much disappointment. And over the last 4 months, like I've documented every step of the way on my YouTube, Instagram. I've have posts on my Instagram from when I first started the cut, even before, and I've documented my journey since the start of the year on YouTube, showing how skinny fat I was, no muscle, like 20+% body fat. And when I first started the cut, I was 20+% body fat. And going from 20+% body fat to like skinny fat to lean muscular is a crazy difference with the confidence you feel, how you feel in the gym, your energy, how much more like capable and competent you feel like with yourself. You wake up and you think, I can do anything because I conquered something that so many people deal with and that I've dealt with for years. I've been skinny fat for years. If you go on my Instagram, My Story highlight, you could literally see that I was skinny fat for fucking years. Years I was like super skinny, 130 pounds, no muscle at all. And I kept doing the same things, and I was so ignorant, and I thought I was doing the right things when I wasn't. And nothing changed until I actually dropped my ego and realized I was doing things wrong and was willing to learn from people who are doing better than me. Then once I actually started learning from other people who are in a position that I wanted to be in, who have done the transformation that I wanted to be in, they had a better physique than me. They were even younger than me. And I was like, there has to be something that they know that I don't, and I need to learn from them. And I started investing into other people. I started buying courses, buying mentorships, learning about fitness and my physique. And I started applying the information and staying consistent and learning things on my own from all the years of failures and just trying to get stuff done on my own. And with that information and trying, like, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, going on the journey and learning a bunch of things from lessons and mistakes that I've made, I've learned so much from my failures, from my wins, from my losses that turn into lessons. And now I feel like I've actually had a transformation and actually had like a transformation that like I finally made progress. I finally made the progress that I wanted, and I'm still going to keep making progress, but I feel like I'm finally out of the rut that I was in. I feel like I'm finally out of the hole that I just kept digging myself in of just doing the wrong things over and over and over and just being disappointed with myself in the mirror. Anytime I walked into the gym, I did not want to look at myself in the mirror. If you go on my story highlight, you see the pictures that I took when I first started the gym and when I went on a crazy stupid bulk and got super fat, didn't gain any muscle, and I hated myself even more. My face got full of acne. My face got so much more fatter. I had so much more fat on my stomach. Like, I hated myself so much looking in the mirror. I was so disappointed with myself on the physique that I had, how I looked, how weak I was. Like, I was so disappointed with myself. Even just a couple months ago, I would see how fat I would look in the mirror, and it would piss me off on how fat I was, how I didn't have abs, and how I didn't have more muscle, and I hated how I looked. Literally, I hated how I looked so much that my face was so fat. Sometimes I wouldn't even record a video, like a YouTube video or Instagram story or Instagram or a YouTube video, because I hated how fat my face looked. I hated how fat my face looked. I literally would sit down to record a video, and I was like, man, I look so fucking fat. I'm not gonna record this video. And I was too, like, I didn't even want to record a video of my face looking like that, of me being that fat in the video. I was like, I don't even want to record a video. I didn't want to see myself being that fat on a video. I literally wouldn't even record a video. I wouldn't even go to the gym with like a gym shirt I wouldn't go to the gym with like a tight shirt that like fits tight around your body and it actually shows your physique. I stopped wearing that. Before I would to like track my progress with a shirt and track the pump. But when I got super fat, I didn't want to do that anymore because my stomach would show and I hated how fat I looked. I just looked way fatter. My face was way fatter and I hated it. I hated how fat I looked. I fucking like hated every second of it and I couldn't stand it anymore. And that's why I went on the cut and documented every single way, put my physique how I look like in the thumbnail, and you could literally see the transformation in real time, going all through my Instagram posts, going through all my Instagram highlights, my YouTube videos, my YouTube thumbnails, and where I was like months ago, even like at the start of 2025, when I documented my physique, posted it on YouTube, I didn't want to post my physique. I hated how I looked. I hated how skinny fat I was. I hated how I didn't even have abs. I was super high body fat. I was like 20 plus percent body fat and I still didn't even have muscle. I'm like, I look fat, but I don't even have muscle. I don't even look big. I'm fat and my arms are skinny. I'm fat and I have like no chest. I'm fat and I still have no muscle. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm at the bottom of the bottom. I'm like, I'm not even fat, but I have muscle and I'm big. And I'm not skinny with abs and shredded. I'm still skinny, but I'm still fat. I'm like, this is the worst position that I ever thought I could be in from when I started this journey, from when I started fitness journey. My goal from the beginning when I first started the gym was always to be lean muscular, be aesthetic, be shredded and jacked. That was my goal. I would want to be people like David Lade, like Ziz, like all these gym influencers who are like shredded, have muscle, they're lean muscular. I wanted to look like that. That was my dream. And starting the journey, I thought I was going to get jacked and shredded like fast. And everybody was telling me the bulk. And I didn't know anything that I was doing. I just started eating a shit ton, not knowing how much to eat, not knowing what to eat. I kept eating bullshit that was fucking up my health, fucking up my test, was fucking up everything. I was just eating bullshit, whey protein shakes all day, not even real food. And I got super fat, got so much acne, and I was like, what the fuck? I did what they told me to do, and I didn't even know who to listen to. I didn't even know who to listen to back then. I didn't know somebody in person who actually had experience in the gym, who actually had a good physique, who actually looked like how I wanted to look, who actually had a transformation that I want to do, and I didn't even know who to listen to. Like, I was just on TikTok. Like, there were so many different people to listen to, so much information online from so many different people that I didn't know who to listen to. So I literally just had to like do everything that they were saying, like try everything, like about what they're saying to eat, about what they're saying to work out. Like I just tried everything because I didn't know who to listen to. I didn't have somebody to trust. I didn't have somebody who made a transformation that I wanted, who started from my position, and I wanted to know what they did. And they would always gatekeep the information, and they wouldn't talk about the actual important stuff. They would only talk about the gym and training hard in the gym, and they wouldn't talk about anything else that actually mattered, like the nutrition, the mindset, the consistency, and the things you need to do outside of the gym, not just inside of the gym. And I thought I was doing the right things. I was going to the gym consistently, like 7 times a week, 6 times a week. I would even go to the gym in the morning and to do cardio, and then go back home, go to school, and then go back to the gym to work out. And I was just taking like more action because I felt like that's what I was missing. I felt like I just needed to go to the gym more. And then I still wasn't making progress, months and months and months. And I didn't start doing everything right until like February of 2025. That's when I actually stopped eating like a bunch of the bullshit, started actually locking in with my nutrition and everything. Because from November of 2024, that's when I started locking in with like my training. But My nutrition was still fucked up. I was still eating bullshit. I was still eating McDonald's like 2 times a day, and I was eating Cane's like every single day. I would eat McDonald's in the morning, then I would eat McDonald's before the gym, and then after the gym, I would eat Cane's. Think about that. I was eating fast food, junk food 3 times a day. Not even eating like any real food. I didn't start like actually making my own food and cooking my own food till February of 2025. And that's when I actually started seeing way more progress, like being locked in with my nutrition, being locked in with my training, being locked in like with everything. That's when I actually started seeing real progress. And I documented the journey from when I first started, where I was skinny fat, and then I documented me going on a bulk and getting even fatter than that, and even hating myself even more than when I first started because I was fatter. And then now documented the whole cut to now I'm still cutting 8%, but I'm way leaner than when I first started. And being in the gym, after you build more muscle, you look leaner, you look way better in a shirt. You lift your shirt up in the gym and you actually see fucking abs. I experienced that a couple weeks ago. For the first time ever in the gym, I pulled up my shirt and I actually saw abs. For the first time ever in like 3 years. 3 years of going to the gym, like trying a bunch of shit and still not making any progress. For 3 years, I couldn't lift up my shirt and see abs. For 3 years. And after finally seeing them, like, I got so much more confidence. I felt so amazing. That feeling, you cannot buy, you cannot get it without sacrifice, without like easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. And after going so long of just failing and failing and failing and being so disappointed with how I look, and finally seeing that, finally felt so like proud of myself. Like I finally didn't feel disappointed and so shameful of how I looked, like how weak I was, like how I look. I actually look in the mirror and I'm confident. I'm happy with like what I see. I'm proud of what I see. I'm way more attractive. My face, my skin is way clearer. My face is way more chiseled. I'm way leaner. I could actually see abs. I have way more muscle. Like the confidence you get is insane when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I'm fucking him. I did that transformation. I did that for myself. I went from this to this and I did it. And I've struggled for so long until getting there. You really feel like amazing. Even the people in the gym look at you different. People in the gym, after you have a transformation, after going like from skinny fat to skinny to fat to lean muscular, they look at you different. When they see you, they see your physique, they look at you with respect. They look at you different. They're like, holy shit, what the fuck did he do? What is he doing? How is he training so hard? How is he so consistent? Like they see you with so much more respect. Even the girls look at you different. Before, when I had so much acne in my face and my face was so much fatter and I was so super skinny and I was skinny fat, girls wouldn't even look at my way. Girls wouldn't even look at my direction. They wouldn't even look at me like they wouldn't even take a second look at me. And now I'm in the gym. Girls look at me way more. Like people look at me with so much more respect. People literally ask me for advice. Like last time I was working that job, they would ask me if I work out, and then I would tell them yeah, and they're like, yeah, I could tell you got big shoulders, you got big arms. And they would ask me for advice. Like I've never experienced that before, and finally experiencing it after like working for it for so long and doing so many things wrong and staying the same for months, years, is a crazy feeling. Because before I didn't experience any of this. Before, like, I just hated how I looked. And people wouldn't look at me with respect. People wouldn't ask me for advice. Like, people look at you different. Like, when you're fat, when you're skinny fat, people look at you with like disappointment. And then when you actually have a transformation, you're lean muscular, you're consistent, you train hard, people look at you with so much more respect. They're like, I want to be like him. The girls look at you, they're like, I want to be with him. They look at you way more like, it's insane. And that feeling is a crazy feeling because you can't buy that feeling. Nothing, no amount of money in the world could buy that feeling of making that transformation. Like finally being lean muscular, going from skinny fat to lean muscular in 4 months. From when I first started, I was 20+% body fat, and since I've started the cut, I've gotten leaner, I've gotten stronger, I've built more muscle. My waist has gotten smaller by 4 inches, and yeah, I'm really grateful for the action that I took, and I'm really grateful that I documented the whole journey. Really grateful for all the work I put in, but I'm still gonna get leaner, and yeah, I'm still gonna keep getting better every single day. But if you guys want to make the same transformation, get that same feeling after months, and you're just tired of being stuck in the same place, not making any, like, making little to no progress for months, years, you've still been looking the same, you haven't made any progress, you're kind of losing hope, kind of like asking yourself if it is possible, because I used to be in that situation of thinking, if can I even do this? Like, what am I doing wrong? I used to think that my genetics weren't good enough. I used to think that I would never be able to get there. I used to think, oh no, like I have bad genetics. I used to think that. I used to think it wasn't possible for me. I used to just look at people with a better physique than me and be like, oh no, they just got better genetics. They're not doing anything like better than me. And that mindset kept me in the same place for years and months, and I didn't change. But if you have been skinny fat, if you're skinny fat right now, if you're 20+% body fat, if you're like fat, skinny fat, and you're tired of being there, or even if you're super skinny, because I've been through it all. When I first started my fitness journey, you go on my Instagram, see the My Story highlight. When I first started working out in my room, I was literally 115 pounds, literally stick and bones. I've been through it all. I've been super skinny, skin and bones. I've been skinny fat, no muscle, but still fat. And I've been even fatter, 20+% body fat. And then now I'm finally getting lean muscular. I've been through it all. I've been through, like, whatever you've been through, I can relate to you in some way. And I can actually tell you what to do because I've gotten out of that situation. But if you're tired of being skinny fat and you actually want to make a change in your life, your physique, I have a link in the bio. You can click on it, the Calendly link, and fill out the questions and see if you're a good fit and see how, like, if I could help you. And if you're qualified, then you'll see me. I'll be on a call with you and I could talk about how I can help you and, like, if I can even help you and how I'm gonna help you if I can. But that's only if you're qualified and you're willing to do the work and you actually are committed to this journey and you're willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goal. And my Instagram is in the bio, so follow my Instagram, look at my stories. I'm posting a bunch of stories every single day, like reels every day about what I'm doing, lessons I'm learning, how you can apply them to your life and improve your life from lessons that I've learned. And I teach them in a way where you can apply to your life and actually change your life. But follow my Instagram, and if you want to make a change, click in the link in the bio and fill out the Calendly questions, or you could DM me on Instagram. But if you're qualified, I'll see you on the other side. And yeah, that's my 4 months transformation, how I was before, how I feel now, and it's incredible. I can't believe I've gone so long without, like, finally reaching that goal. And that feeling is amazing, and I hope every single one of you watching this will get to experience that feeling, because it really is an unbelievable feeling that you can't get any other way. You can't buy that feeling. Only way you could get it is through sacrifice and through consistency. So thank you guys for watching. Follow my Instagram, DM me on Instagram if you, like, want help, if you want to make a change. Go on the Calendly link, fill out the questions, and I'll hop on a call with you if you're qualified and if you're actually committed. But thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one.